Hello nerds and nerdettes, and welcome back to another GGvision. This is episode number 20. I am Sebastian Sjöberg, and to all the American folk out there, I hope you had a very nice Super Bowl Sunday. It's a new great week for StarCraft, predominantly because today, as in like an hour or so, the GSL Season 5 begins again. That is nothing less than, well, there's really no nice word to fully express how I feel about it, but it's going to be a lot of fun. By the time you're watching this, the first day of GSL number 5 will probably already be over, but it will definitely have been epic. I can't wait to finish recording this and start watching that. But it's also going to be an epic event later on in the week, namely the Assembly LAN in Helsinki, Finland. Now, I hope you all watched the interview that I did with Dario TLO Wunsch last week, where he talked at length about Assembly, how he's going to win it all for himself, and how Liquid is going to dominate the entire event. Well, he went into some detail and talked through each group very extensively. If you're into Assembly, and if not, what's wrong with you? You should really check out that interview. It's going to be nothing less than an international feast of StarCraft 2. So it's looking up like February will be the bestest month of SE2 so far. And that ain't bad. In other news that will tell a lot about great things to come in the near future, we have received words of the Protoss invites to the Teamliquid Starleague number 3. Yeah, I know that I go on a lot about the TSL, which is just in its preliminary qualifying stages yet, but I really want to stress, because I know that many of the viewers out there are newcomers who weren't here in the Brood War era, and for them, well, there's a lot of tournaments going around, a lot of them ending with the letters SL, but really the TSL, the Teamliquid Starleague, is where it's at. It's going to be the best online tournament ever held in StarCraft 2, and quite high up there in general esports. It is held and organized by the best, and the very best players will attend. The Protoss invites are none other than nsp.genius, South Korean pro gamer, with a fearsome style and an even more ferocious attitude. He won BlizzCon among many other things. Then we have ogs.mc, who of course won Season 3 in the GSL, one of the most dangerous Protosses out there. But only, of course, if you not count in Liquid Huck, who is the third Protoss invite to the TSL, whom I've interviewed several times on the show, of course, who is one short, lean, mean Protoss killing machine, and a super dude. He is the third and final Protoss invite, and next week there will be the Zerg invites, and then the Terrans. Of course, the Team Liquid invite certain pro gamers that don't have to qualify through the group stages because of their inherent awesomeness, and these three ones that were revealed earlier yesterday seemed like very good choices. The TSL will be the greatest thing you'll ever see in the online tournament format. Trust me on that. It's exciting. In other exciting news, we have recently received a new patch from Blizzard. I think it's 1.2.1 or whatever. It holds just a few minor bug fixes, but what's really interesting are the new test maps that have been released on the public test realm. That is not the ordinary BattleNet yet, but the test version. And there have been several maps, I think as much as 5 one-on-one maps, and I haven't played them yet myself, I must admit, but Vequeth, admin at SCreddit, he has, and AskJoshy, super dude commentator, has commentated 3 of his games, and they are very interesting, these new maps. They don't have official names yet. Joshi named them Crystal Forest, Desert Hills, and Lost Temple too, and I'm really curious about particularly the Desert Hills map and the Lost Temple too. Crystal Forest, yeah, looks interesting as well. And I hope to have Vequeth on the show soon to talk about this, because new maps is what really makes StarCraft interesting. Back in the Brood War era, when things had been completely figured out, strategy-wise, the fact that there were new maps introduced in every Korean season is what made the game continue to evolve, continue to be fun, because the metagame was continuously changed. And now Blizzard is beginning to do the same thing as well, and this is very, very encouraging. Of course, we have seen that the GSL in their recent Team League has also released new maps, purpose-made maps, and this is, my friends, what will keep the StarCraft 2 community alive for years and years. The way that new maps that are catered to certain metagame dynamics. So if for one reason Terrans are winning everything based on a certain unit composition, that's the current trend, the next season maps will have been made to try to counteract that. So Terrans will have to think in new ways, and maybe Zerg will get the upper hand until it's figured out again. That's what creates continuity and longevity, and this is really cool to see. So do check out Joshy's cast of these maps, it's really exciting. And if you play on the public test realm, share in your comments, tell us what you think. I'm really excited about it. Artosis and Idra have released the first episode of a new show that they call Imbalanced, where they talk about precisely that, imbalance. And they go in at length about certain things that perhaps are just based on trends and metagame development, and other things that are in need of actual patching to be fixed, and the Colossus seems to be something they feel need to be properly addressed by Blizzard through patching. Do check it out. It's two of the more sincere and seriously minded nerds who talk about what they know best. So if you're one of those people who always complain about imbalance, do watch that show and complain in that thread. It's very inspiring talk. Of course, I'd rather see, as a general rule, that balance changes are made through very moderate and conservative patching, and the use of new maps that inspire creativity and new thinking. Then again, some things are just too broken, and then it needs patching. But we'll see. Now, last week was a bit all over the place in terms of scheduling and everything. I didn't broadcast as regularly as I would have liked, but I do hope you enjoyed me introducing the new sponsor, KeithLoren.com, and have watched the interview I made with him, where he also shares his awesome chicken wings recipe, chicken wings of liberty as I like to call it. I haven't had a chance to make them myself yet, because I'm still waiting for Keith's special made seasoning mixes that you can buy off his site. He is the new sponsor of the show, he and his site, and it's great to have him on board. He will be back soon to give us another recipe, I think something Korean this time. So do check out for that. Now I have to leave you for this time. I will be back on Wednesday. I do hope to bring you more interviews with a liquid flavor if possible. But just have to stay tuned for that. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of something that you simply cannot afford not to see. If you die tomorrow, you need to have watched this today. See you on Wednesday. GG and out.
7 for I'm MVP. The GSL champion looking like he might be on the ropes, but he's still got a lot of bases we're going to have to see. And Idra looks like he may be deciding it's time. And he's going to run in there. These Banelings not going to do a whole lot. There's not too many Marines in here. And Idra looking like he is just going to crush right through here. Even throwing up some infested Terrans to help out. The Ultra's killing everything. MVP's starting to look like he may be dying, but some more units coming down. Good fungal growth there. A lot of Marines just splattering into the ground. And Idra with so many Ultras backing up a tad, but his economy is really